This is one of the most beautiful trig identities that I've ever seen. It's the product sine pi over n times sine 2 pi over n dot 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 sine n minus 1 pi over n. Evaluate that product for each positive integer n. We're going to go through the world of complex numbers. It's super accessible but very breathtakingly beautiful in our quest to find the solution of this product. And at the end is going to be a stunning insight that's going to break this problem open. So you don't want to miss that. Watch till the end for that. So let's just dive into it, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe right now for tons of fun math content. So how we're going to actually evaluate this product, the first insight is using Euler's theorem. So Euler's theorem says that e power I pi k over n, okay? E power I theta in general is equal to the cosine of the angle, so cosine pi k over n, plus I sine pi k over n. Now the crucial insight is when we multiply exponentials like this, we can use exponent laws, which is a lot easier to do versus multiplying this out. There's no natural sine law that makes it easy, right? So we're going to have to use the exponential. And also notice the complex conjugate of e power I pi k over n is e power minus I pi k over n. E power minus I pi k over n is that conjugate, and that is going to equal to cosine pi k over n. Okay, cosine of minus pi k over n is just cosine of pi k over n. It's an even function minus I sine pi k over n. Okay, so as usual with complex numbers, if you subtract the conjugate of a number from itself, you get 2i times its imaginary part. Same deal here. Subtract the bottom from the top, you're going to get that e power pi I k over n minus e power minus pi I k over n. That difference is going to equal to divided by 2i. Okay, that difference is going to be 2i times sine pi k over n. Divide by 2i, you're just going to get sine pi k over n. That is step number one. And now we've got a nice expression for our terms in our product. And we're going to use that expression to then calculate, because as I said, we can use exponent laws to multiply these out. That is a crucial insight. So we've got a new marker now. Let's keep going with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually multiply those out. So we're interested in the product, okay? So we can write this out as follows. Product k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of sine of pi k over n. That's what we are interested in. And that is the same, by that expression, that is the same as the product k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of e power pi k I over n minus e power minus pi k I over n divided by 2i. Okay, that is the product we want to calculate, and we're in a really good shape now because we can actually do some tricks. And as I said, there will be a stunning insight. You don't want to miss that, okay? It's a very crucial math insight. So let's now do that on this side of the board. All right, step by step in math, okay? So we're going to factor out, we're going to take out that 2i. There are n minus 1 terms in the product. Each one has a 2i in the denominator. What's going to happen when you take it out? You're going to get 1 over 2i power n minus 1. It's as simple as that. Then you're going to get the product k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of that difference in the numerator, okay? And with that numerator, I'm going to write it out nicely as well. I'm going to say it's e power pi k I over n minus 1 over e power pi k I over n. Okay, so just write it out in this form because e power negative power is 1 over e power that power. So we've got that. And now we're going to make a common denominator. Okay, so we're going to make a common denominator. We're going to write this out as 1 over 2i power n minus 1. Okay, all's good here. And then we're going to multiply by product k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of multiply top and bottom by e power pi k I by n. You're going to get e power 2 pi k I divided by n minus 1 divided by e power pi k I over n. Okay, that's going to be our product. So we're going to look at that product as k varies from 1 to n minus 1. And now the denominator, okay, this is an interesting thing. What's going to happen to the denominator? We can multiply that out a bit easier. As I said, crucial observation, exponent laws. So we can multiply out these, and we're going to get e power pi k I over n multiplied out as k varies from 1 to n minus 1. What's that going to look like? It's going to look like 1 over 2i power n minus 1, that's already there, times 1 over, add up the exponents, right? Multiply the exponentials, add up the exponents. So it's going to be e power I pi over n times 1 plus 2 plus dot 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 plus n minus 1. Okay, we're adding up all those exponents, and then we're going to multiply that with the product as k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of simply the numerator. Okay, and I'm actually going to do one more trick. Okay, so I'm going to take out a minus sign from the numerator. So I'm going to write this as minus of 1 minus e power 2 pi ki divided by n. and that is going to be my product. Now you're wondering, we're getting somewhere. This product is going to look tricky, but let's actually simplify what we have before we go on our quest to find that product there. So let's now keep going with this. What we want to do now is we want to simplify that. 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n minus 1 is n minus 1 times n over 2. So we're going to get 1 over 2i power n minus 1 times 1 over e power I pi over n. So you're going to get e power I pi over n times n minus 1 divided by 2, multiplied by, there's a minus sign for each term in the product. They're going to be n minus 1 terms in the product. So multiplied, if we take out the minus sign from each term, multiplied by minus 1 power n minus 1, multiplied by that product, okay, without the minus sign. So product k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of 1 minus e power 2 pi ki over n. Okay, so that's going to be our product here. And now we're getting close because we can see that the n's cancel here. Okay, the n's cancel here, and we're going to get e power I pi over 2 power n minus 1. What is e power I pi over 2? Pi over 2 radians, counterclockwise rotation from 1 in the complex plane, you get I. That's Euler's theorem. So you get I power n minus 1 there. So we're now going to get the following. We're going to get I power, so I'm going to write this out as follows. 1 over 2 power n minus 1 times 1 over I power n minus 1 and another I power n minus 1, right? So it's going to be I squared power n minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 power n minus 1 multiplied by this product here. Okay, this is the crucial product here. And as I said, there's a stunning observation coming up. You don't want to miss that. Times 1 minus e power 2 pi ki over n. Okay, so that is the product. And now you see that I squared is minus 1. So because I squared is equal to minus 1 power n minus 1 and minus 1 power n minus 1 cancel. And we're this close to finding the solution. And I just want to give a huge thank you so much to Alex and Stephan for ongoing Ruby support on Patreon. And Aman, Rob, Stephan, Bernard, and Julio for ongoing support as YouTube channel members. If you're enjoying the channel consistently and gaining value from it, please consider clicking the join button down below or checking out the Patreon link. It really makes a world of difference. I currently pay for everything myself to run this channel, do everything myself in my free time. So if you're consistently gaining value, watching the videos and really want to support my mission of infinite free elite accessible math education, even a small contribution, it really all adds up. And there are also exclusive perks for you if you sign up. So please consider doing so, and thank you so much for all the support in all forms on this channel. With the liking, watching, subscribing, sharing, etc. It really means a world of difference, and I'm so grateful for all the support. So let's now go into finishing off this product. All right, so now we're going to be at 1 over 2 power n minus 1 multiplied by the product as k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of 1 minus e power 2 pi ki over n. And now you're wondering, what's that stunning insight that I promised, right? What's that stunning insight that I promised? So we're going to call this e power 2 pi I k over n. There's an important principle about it. E power 2 pi ki over n. If I power it by n, we're going to call it zeta k. Okay, zeta k, because it is an nth root of unity. Okay, so it's going to call zeta k. And what happens is, if you power zeta k power n, if you power it by n, you're basically going to get e power 2 pi ki. And because k is an integer here, right? K is an integer, that is just going to equal to 1. Okay, so this is just going to equal to 1. So these are nth roots of unity. Now I'm going to define, to find the stunning trick to find this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to define a polynomial, p of x. P of x is going to equal to the product as k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of x minus this term, which is zeta k. Okay, x minus zeta k. Now the roots of p of x are just going to be all the nth roots of unity, right? Because zeta k power n is 1. These are all e power 2 pi ki over n. These are the nth roots of unity. But there's one missing. There's one missing. And what that missing one is just 1. Okay, 1. If you plug in, if this product when k varies from 1 to n, then that nth term zeta n would be 1. Okay, we're missing that. So what we can do is we can multiply p of x times x minus 1. Okay, and then we're going to get the product. We're going to get this polynomial, which is the product of all the roots of unity. So I'm going to write this as product k varies from 1 to n of x minus zeta k. And now here's the cool observation. This is actually just going to equal to x power n minus 1. Why is that? Because the roots of x power n minus 1 are all the zeta k's from k varies from 1 to n. And so these two polynomials, this one and this one, p of x times x minus 1 and this one, they have the same roots. They're all the roots of unity. And so therefore they have to be equal because their leading coefficients match too. So what that means is we can now get a formula for P of x, and you notice that this product here is a special value of P of x. So that formula for P of x is going to be P of x is going to equal to x power n minus 1 divided by x minus 1. That is the formula for P of x, and of course that is by polynomial division. This is 1 plus x squared all the way up to x power n minus 1. That is P of x. But P of 1 is when you plug in 1 here, you're just getting that product, right? So that means that P of 1 is just going to equal to this product, which I'm just going to write it out. Product k varies from 1 to n minus 1 of 1 minus e power 2 pi ki over n. And then it's going to be, that's going to be the product, and that of course is going to equal, if you plug into that expression, which is a lot simpler, that's going to be n terms added up, because you're starting with 1 and ending with x power n minus 1, the n including that 1. So it's just going to equal to n, and therefore our final product, this is going to be n over 2 power n minus 1. That is the answer to the problem. How cool is that? It's so beautiful, right? Goes into the world of complex numbers, uses this beautiful polynomial trick. It's a really elegant proof. It's what math is all about. And I've got 2 fun videos for you. This is a while infinite arctan series. More fun with trig. It's really, really subtle and deep, but it is so much fun. You're gonna love that. Check it out. It's gonna pop up on the screen here. And if you want to see a functional equation, if you're interested in more theoretical math and functional equations, check this out. You're gonna love this video. It's a beautiful functional equation. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your comments down below. It would mean the world to me, and I'm super excited to catch you in either of these 2 videos.